It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders, next on Madden Football.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, and we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed, the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Landover. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. No one around. He's got space. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on first. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Daniels from the pistol. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Now Daniels off the play action. Completed over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Samuel comes in motion left. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. And the Commanders get home, they drop in. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Brought in inside the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Tracy once more. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Motion man sent left. Throwing on 3rd and long. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants finish off their opening drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. to know, ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Robinson on the inside give. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Fields this at the 19. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Giants football. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Options are open here. It's second and inches. A handoff to Tracy. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He'll look to throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will have a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go play action on first. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 24. Has it at the 7. He has the New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Gano ready to send this away. Returnable from the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. An option give to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. Juke the defender. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Second and 6 coming up here. Setting up a throw. He finds Jaxson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
From the red zone now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Daniels on 1st down. That's complete to Zach Ertz. He's got a gain of 6 there. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Pickup of 2 here. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Rolling left, behind some time. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Trying again, following the sack. Getting out to his left. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Daniels from the pistol. That's cut at the 4. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. Has it in close. Touchdown, Washington. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Giants take over now late in this first half. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders Commanders get it back on the fringes of field goal range. They're at the 41.
You know, Kate, so often they say that defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
The Commanders ready to get their offense out there for the final time in the first half. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside of field goal range. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Back to throw it. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. We've reached halftime, and it's been an even one so far. We are all tied up at the break. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Takes off right out of the read option. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
A give right side to Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Commanders will go on offense. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. A toss now to Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Able to find Ertz. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Daniels off the play action. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a 1st. They send Samuel right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
3rd and long for Daniels. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. He was good on his first attempt and his second from a little over 45 here. Up and good from Fairbairn. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They go play action on first. He keeps it and takes off. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
They go right back to Tracy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll try and take an option left side. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They send a receiver in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. First and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Throwing off the play fake here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 37 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Running this with Tracy. Jukes out, and he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space.
This play going under review by the officials. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. Going to the ground again on first. Is in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a fourth-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Play fake here, Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll take an option to the right on 1st down. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro? You stick someone like that.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Daniels back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this will hit the goal line and then go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They've got 1st down from the 31. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Play action on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite.
Dan Quinn pretty confident that they missed something there. He's going to challenge that call. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this. He did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
They're set up at the 35 now. He'll throw it yet again. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Tracy once more. Room to the right. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Giants holding a 4-point lead. It's 2nd and goal. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he drives this forward to the 6. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. This one of the biggest moments. Look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Gano ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Here he is to throw. Has a man. It's Ertz. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Setting up to pass. State. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Trying again, following the sack. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. It's a gain of 22. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a well-earned win for the Giants, as with that, we sign off from DC.